Good morning and welcome to the live chat here at Crochet with Claire. My name's Claire, in case you haven't have guessed. And welcome everybody. Looks like we've got lots of people jumping on early. I won't go through everybody's names because there is a lot here already. But thank you so much for jumping in early in the chat. I really appreciate that. Can you hear me and can you see me? I'm assuming you can. Hopefully you can. Just wait for people to make sure. Well, I can see me and hear me, of course. And make sure you give it a thumbs up when you're joining into the chat. I would really appreciate that because that helps. It helps YouTube know that you want to watch what I'm putting out. Yes, so we've got a yes, yes, and yes. Oh my God, your hair is lovely. You're giving me Rapunzel vibes. Thank you, Christine. This is I've just got out of bed and haven't done my hair yet. I had a photo shoot yesterday with a friend. She does cyanotypes, which if you don't know what that is, it's an old-fashioned photography method. That's as much as my knowledge goes, as far as my knowledge goes. And she makes items. I don't have any photos. She makes the cyanotypes and puts them onto denim. They're absolutely stunning. She's I'm going to say a doctor of nature because I really don't know her title. She studied, birds and flowers and trees and things like that at uni, and she's absolutely amazing. She knows all the names of the plants if you get stuck. So, especially Australian natives, especially. So I had a photo shoot yesterday. So I kind of had my hair natural. It seems to be doing this weird ringlet business at the moment. This is what my hair used to do when I was a kid. So apparently I reverted back. Yeah, so that's why I look like that. And I even had makeup on. But I've got a headache today. I don't think I had enough water yesterday. It was hot and very, very windy. We are saying that because it was an outside shoot, because, nature and natives and stuff like that. It was an outside shoot. It was very, very windy, but we're hoping that the wind added some model hair blowing in the wind element to it. So I've seen one photo, but that's all I've seen. Just a quick snapshot from my friend's mobile. So hopefully it turns out good. Sherry saying, hello everyone. Happy International Women's Day. Well, there you go. Yes, everybody. Happy International Women's Day. I did not know that. Yes, very exciting. Hear me, see me. Of course she rolled out of bed like that. I've been using, I know this is not crochet related, we'll get into crochet in a sec. I've been using one of those silk or satin bonnet things that you look like you're from the 1800s and you should have a lovely long dress on. It's just a satin bonnet because my hair, I have not even done anything. My hair is fluffy. It gets really fluffy because it is wavy and all the bits stick out at the top. But I've been using this silk bonnet. My goodness, game changer. I got it on Amazon. It was pretty cheap. I think it was around $20, $25. And game changer. So if you're having frizzy hair, get one of those satin bonnets. Your husband's going to think he's having a nightmare when he looks at you because it looks ridiculous, but it totally works. So that's our hair advice for today. So I think Leanne was saying, oh yeah, it was Leanne, great audio and picture. I have my new, well, it's not new, it's a Rode microphone. I've had it, I think, about 3 months, And I just recently got I think it says Logitech. I know Chantelle's screaming it at me. She's going to put it in the chat. It's a Logitech camera, and my Ko-fi account, people that donated to that have helped me buy that. So that's great. I cannot believe how clear my face is. Days like today when I've literally woke up with a headache, I need the old camera so it's a little bit blurry. So you can't see exactly how tired I am. But yeah, it's super clear. And I just found out this morning, I was just in the back office of this camera, and I can record straight to my computer. What? Chantelle's nodding in the background. I can record straight to my my computer like this. So I don't need to get my phone out or my camera and set it up on the tripod and get the perfect angle. I can sit down, bang, here we go. So I'm very excited about that. It's a Logitech Brio. And I got mine on, I was about to say Instagram. I did not get on Instagram. I got on Amazon. They're not cheap, but if you want to get into this podcasting business, then definitely recommend it. Absolutely worth it. Like the, what do you call it? The webcam that comes in the laptop. I'm looking here because it's there. I mean, it's good. It's great if you're just talking to family, but if you want to be like super duper clear, get one of these. Yes, yay for technology making talking yarny easier. Absolutely. Totally agree. So what's everybody got on their crochet hook at the moment? I am still crocheting my mosaic blanket. I haven't given that any love for quite a while. Granted, it is summer here. It hasn't been hot, but it's summer. You don't really feel like work. I don't feel like working on blankets in summer, but I have been crocheting my little face wipey things. There is a tutorial for this. It's one of my last tutorials, so if you go to my channel, it'll be just there. I am using, excuse me, I'm using the Maker yarn, and it is clear as cotton. This is called pink. It's not called pink. I have no idea. It's a bright pink. It's like a, I don't know, would you call it a bright candy pink? I think it's really, really pretty. And look, you can see how much yarn I have left. Like there's still a fair chunk in there. And I've already made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These ones haven't got their end sewn in. So I've got 10 already. And I still have heaps left. I mean, I could weigh it, but my scales are not in this room. Oh, look how easy that focuses. Back to me. Come on, focus, back to me. There we go. And boom. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this camera. Look at that. This is actually better than my video camera, like quicker in focusing than my video camera. So that's cool. So what are you working on? That's what I'm working on. I've been super busy. Just life, puppies, yeah, just stuff that I have to do. I do have some exciting news, and it is crochet related. And so CWA here is Country Women Association. So it was set up for the people, the women in the countryside who were out on farms and isolated to get together with other ladies. And back in when it first started, it was to learn cooking and making jams and pickles and just sharing their knowledge. You're welcome, Claire. I told you to upgrade would be worth it. Yes, should have done it sooner, but you know, wish I was rich. I am not. So Country Women's Association, and I go to their craft group, but I wasn't a CWA member. But for another reason, I had to join the CWA, but just to use the rooms, because it was cheaper to join CWA than it was to rent by like per hour or per day. So it was cheaper to do that. Anyway, so this is a bit of a long story. So I don't go to CWA because my life is very full and I just don't have time. But the craft group I go to every Monday, lots of the ladies that go there are from CWA, and it is their competition time at the moment. And one of the ladies that was making an item, she wasn't able to finish it on time because it was yesterday. It's got a special name, but not the show, but I don't know what it's called. If anyone knows what it's called, just let me know. You make all the things, you put them in, they get judged, and you get prizes. So it's not really a show. I don't know what it's called. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the thing where you put all your things in, they get judged, and you win prizes, win certificates. The lady that was getting her item done, she was running out of time and she couldn't finish it. So they asked me, do you have anything at home that is crochet, it's finished, and you have not worn it? Now, I was going through my head going, no, everything I make, I generally wear it. And it could have been acrylic or natural fibers. So I found something that was an exhibition. Thank you, Sherry. Yes, that is the word I was looking for. Yeah, so I went through my stuff and I found a project that hasn't been released. It's just the infinity scarf or a cowl. It's made with 100% wool, and I was like, this is the only thing I have because I haven't done a tutorial on it. It literally hasn't been worn because I want it lovely and pretty for the tutorial. It also had no end sewn in, which I think there was only about 6, so that wasn't too bad. And it hadn't been blocked. Basically, I crocheted it and I just hadn't done any ends or anything to it. So I took it in to the lady who was collecting all the items, and she's like, is it washed? And I'm like, no. Is it blocked? No. What are these? What's this thing? And I'm like, they're the ends hanging out. Oh, well, they need to be done. And do you have the yarn label? No. Do you have any spare yarn? No. All these questions she was asking me, and I was just saying no. And she's like, well, you need to get all this ready to be able to put it in the show. And I was like, well, that would have been nice to know like a couple of days ago. But I did not. So I rushed home, got all the things done, took it in. And if anyone's blocked wool before, and maybe even acrylic, it doesn't dry quickly unless you've got it outside in the sun, maybe. But this project would have had to have been blocked flat. And I was like, if I block this, it's not going to be ready. So I tried steam blocking with an iron. Don't worry, there is no disaster story. Steam block with an iron, and it was 100% wool, and it did open up the stitches, not as much as I would have liked. Like, I like to wet block, so you get your item, you dunk it in the water, you wrap it up, you take it out, you wrap it up in a towel, squish all the water out, and then pin it flat. That's not what I could do. So I wasn't a fan of the steam blocking on that particular project. Anyway, it went in. I told you it's a long story. It went into the show the next day, and I got a score of 82 out of 100. Now, I wasn't happy with my score. I was like, it should be higher than that. I should be getting like 95 or something. No, I was expecting a high. I was still happy, but I was expecting a higher score. But I spoke to the lady that took all the items in. She said the highest in our CWA was 87. And the lowest, I think, was like 70-something, 72 or something like that. So I was up in the higher end of our CWA. So I was like, okay. But I'm still thinking 80, whatever I said, 82 is still not a good score. But I haven't spoke to my friend that took all the items in, but I want to know if they give any notes or anything, like what they thought. I mean, I wasn't expecting 100, but what is missing to get 82? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to know. Just curious. Just want to know. But yes, that is my story. Yeah, Crochet Chick, it wasn't a fair. Like, it was only open to, I don't even think it's open to the public. I think it was just open to CWA members that put their items in. Don't quote me on that. I think that was what it was. Yeah, I don't actually know. I'll have to find out. I'll find out and let you know next time. Karen says, I want to give a shout out to the Project Linus for those, is that how we say it? For those wanting to help a charity while crocheting. Is that an Australian thing or is that an American thing? I know Chantelle will know the answer to that. Chantelle, wet block. I wet block, pin flat, then move the pinned foam, flat foam, and pop it outside in the shade. That would have worked, but it I don't know why, but the last week here has been so windy, like so windy. I've got a little greenhouse thing that just you kind of like set up with the little poles, and it's got a plastic cover on the outside. It's blown over. It is laying on the ground. Linus Project is US based. Thank you. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. Oh, and it's in Canada as well. Sherry's friend Sarah does exhibition fairs with the crochet and wins the blue ribbon all the time. Is the blue ribbon the first prize? She uses a lot of your YouTubes too. Yay! I wonder if any of her projects using my videos have won first prize. That would be cool. Sorry if I look like I'm half asleep. I'm not. I've got a headache. Everybody drink some water so we don't get some headaches. Those headaches suck. That's awesome, Christine. What color did you choose? Oh, what's Christine doing? Here we go. I've got your green summer top on my hook. Hopefully it will be ready for time for spring here in California. Awesome. That top's lovely. Because it's my design. No, just kidding. It is really lovely. It worked up quick because it uses, what's it called? The treble stitch. Let me see if I can find it. What's in everybody's cup today? Someone talk crochet with Clare. I just have water. I'm that boring person that always drinks water. I basically don't drink any. Well, I drink tea. Do not drink coffee. I don't need coffee. I'm already hyperactive without coffee. And it makes me feel really jittery and anxious. Does anybody else get that from coffee? My sister gets the same thing. I get really anxious from... Thank you, Leanne. You are quick. Yeah, it makes me feel really anxious. And I don't particularly like the flavor. I love the smell of coffee beans, like when you go into a coffee shop and they grind it or whatever they do. I love that smell. I just got to fix something. One of the blinds is like not facing the right way and it's doing my head in. Oh, fruit juice for people. We've got Pepsi, zero sugar. Oh, rose tea. Red rose tea with almond milk. That sounds nice. Probably sparkling water. Oh, mango flavor. Gin. Gin. Jennifer's got some gin. Just kidding. Water. Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, isn't it? Isn't that what they say? So I have another. Oh, so before we go any further, if you haven't noticed my office, to me it looks a mess. It may not look a mess to you, but I know that things are not in their right place. I have got a new craft and office space. We have a double garage here at my house, and it's always just been used for storing all the stuff that you don't know what to do with. And really, you should either have donated it, sold it, or put it in the rubbish. Anybody have rooms or garages or sheds like that where you're just like, and especially because we moved here almost 4 years ago, and you move in, you're like, oh, I deal with that box later, and 4 years later it's still there, and you're like, well, I don't even know what's in that box. Why am I still holding on to it? I've obviously haven't needed what's in that box. So yeah, that was our garage. It's a double garage, so it's a room for 2 cars, and it's, I don't know what the technical term is for it, but it's an extra long double garage. So basically you can fit 2 cars in like that, and in front of it there's lots of space. So if you were into that sort of thing and you had like lots of push bikes or like a canoe or something, you can fit that in there as well, or just shelves with stuff on them. You can fit that in there as well, and you still have room for 2 cars. Yeah, a 2.5 garage. Thank you very much. Yep, that's what it is, 2.5. Makes me itchy to have my yarn outside. There you go. We finished building our craft exercise shed outside. Still a little cold to spend too much time in, and we haven't run power to it yet. That's awesome. It's really good to have a little craft area. I'm very lucky. We have, I think, it's not called a carport. The end of a house, the roof continues on, but the house, the actual building house, like where we live in, finishes. The roof continues on, and then there's just like an outdoor space. I think the previous owners used it as a barbecue area, maybe, and like a little seating area, but you can fit a car in there. So my husband, he puts his car there, and then my car just sits outside because I have no idea how old it is. I think it's 2011. So it's a little bit old, and I've just never really, I think I've only ever kept a car in a garage once in my life. And it was a very, very long time ago. I was living by myself probably 25 years ago. And the flat came with a garage, so I just used it. Because there was nowhere else to park your car. You had to put it in the garage. But yeah, so our garage has never been housing any cars. And I'm pretty sure that the previous owners didn't put a car in there either, and it was their gym. Which is good because it doesn't smell like a garage. It just smells like another room. That was odd. Oh, dear. Anybody else tired? Oh, Sally says, we had that when we moved to our house. Oops, hang on. Pressed too many buttons. 21 years ago, and we've added a roller door. Yeah. That's a great idea. Yeah, it's all enclosed. I would love to put a, what do you call it? Like a sliding glass door where our roller, it's because it's double garage, it has 2 roller doors. And I would love to put at least one sliding door in there. But hubby says no. He wants to keep it as a garage, even though it won't be a garage. So I'll just have to, I don't know, like put some, because garage doors, I don't know about anyone else's garage door, but ours has like a gap at the top and you can see daylight. And I'm thinking that's where bugs come in. That's where dust and wind and stuff comes in, and hot air, cold air if you want to run a heater. So I'm going to be shoving something up there, probably just like a really thick old blanket or something. Make a big door snake. It would have to be about, I think, about that round, which is totally doable. And I did just find like 3 bags of, I think they're 1 kilo, but bags of stuffing that's 1 kilo. You can imagine how much stuffing is in there. I did just find 3 of those that I didn't know I owned. So did anybody catch my video? It was a live video, but it's obviously there for the replay. Anybody seen the footage of the video of my craft space that I'm setting up? It's still pretty much looks like what it did then. I think I've got 1 extra shelf in. I'll just put some yarn on it. Oh my gosh. Christine says, I would get a bookshelf with the rolling ladder with plastic bins of yarn on it instead of books. Full on Beauty and the Beast, a library of yarn. That sounds like an amazing idea. Could you imagine it, like floor to ceiling totes of yarn? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Chantelle saw the live of the new space. She also saved me from my disastrous first attempt. Apparently, you've got to enable comments when you go live on your phone. So I'm like, why isn't anybody commenting? Is people not talking? I thought at least one person might comment. Went for saw some of the live. Sal needs to go rewatch the. Need to watch. Yeah, she's got to do that. Whatever's on the screen, whatever that says, she's got to do that. Hey, Di, welcome to the chat. Oh gosh, I'm clicking buttons. Sure did. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. So hopefully, the next live, which will be in 2 weeks, will be from that room. Hopefully. If not, definitely the next one. My husband's heard he's back. Literally, as we were moving stuff out of the garage, he picked something up and and pulled muscles in his back, and he was in bed or on the couch for 2 days. So the poor bugger is still sort of hobbling around. So all the heavy lifting, so you can't see it obviously, but my computer desk, you can, where are we? You can see that desk. That's just one of those fold up camping tables, which currently has junk stored on it. It's got my sewing machine. This is really hard to do back to front. Overlocker and Cricut was just put there because there was a table here, but it's no longer there. So it's just full of stuff at the moment. But I could easily move that in because I can lift that table. It folds up. It's awkward, but I can still lift it. Christine was there for the live and got quite a bit done. I did, but oh my gosh. So I don't know if I'm horrified, proud, or what to say that I'm lucky to have a good sized craft stash. It's 20 years worth of stuff. It's not literally like the last couple of years. It is literally 20 years worth of stuff. The last 5 being the most probably craziness. And it wasn't until I need to move it that I'm just like, oh dear. There's so much. This whole wardrobe, pull back to front, this whole wardrobe full of craft stuff. I've got 2 of them. There's the spare room. This is a spare room, which is my office, and there's one next door. Both wardrobes do have the other one has a little bit of clothes in it. This one does not. Oh, Jennifer's got a good idea. It would probably be cheaper to join some cheap pillows together into a big snake. That's actually a really good idea because they would probably be the perfect size. And I could like squish them to the gap. I'm going to have to get on a ladder when hubby's home. Get on a ladder and get up there and see what type of gap I'm dealing with. I was their stalker. Leanne. If you're all stalkers are like, then that would be okay, but I know they're not. Oh, there's another good idea. Maybe one of those body pillows would be easier. Yes. Where do you buy those body pillows? I've never seen. Oh. Did you preempt my question? Target has them for $20. That's so cheap too. Target. I'll have to go to Target. Christine saw me in Katy's what is it? Katy Trees live. Yeah, that was so much fun. That was fun. It's not hoarding yarn. Don't let anyone tell you different. It is totally not. What's wrong with that, Claire? I don't see a problem at all. See, everybody's on the same page here. It's not hoarding, is it? We are gatherers, us crafty bunch. And Esther's saying, what do you think of a tag that holds the last stitch, locks down the tail, and says what hook size you used? I run out of yarn mid-project a lot. I think that's a great idea because I am that person that starts all the projects and doesn't finish hardly any. Apparently my phone is not on silent ever. So And then, so I don't finish. Oh, thank you, Chantelle. She just sent me the link for Target. I'm just gonna put that on silent. Yes, I am the person that starts all the projects, then doesn't finish them, but then needs a crochet hook that I need to pinch from that project that I started before. Yeah, because I don't have enough crochet hooks. So then I normally just write it on a piece of paper and shove it in the project bag or whatever it's being housed in. Oh, what's this one? Di, I was thinking the same, cover them with dark pillowcases. So I'm assuming that you can buy pillowcases from the body pillows. Yep. For anyone that doesn't know, Chantelle Hills from Fiberific runs my live streams. She is behind the scenes. And on my screen, down the bottom, I can see a little box. So if I'm asking questions, she's going, things like that. Or, no, don't. That's why I'm saying behind the scenes. You obviously cannot see her. She's in a little box down on my screen. Oh, Di is saying she's struggling to find the join button. Should be underneath the video somewhere. I think it's on the right-hand side. Should say join. Does it pop up during live, Chantelle? It should do. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me see. Oh, I can't see it. I'd have to go to someone else's video. I cannot join myself.
Hello.
Hello, there she is.
So the join button is now a little white button. It's directly under the title of the video. If you are watching from a mobile device, you'll need to go out of the live chat and back to the viewer window to spot it. And I highly recommend do not do it from an iPhone or an iPad. They actually charge you more for the same level of service. Apple have Apple tax that they throw on the top of all of their app costs. So jump onto a laptop or a desktop and do it from there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's totally crazy.
Little buggers.
But yeah, I'm on desktop and the join button is directly under the viewer. But on mobile, you need to close out the chat and then go back.
Right.
So you can there's a button.
Red, didn't it?
It did used to be red. YouTube did a rebrand of their viewer windows about 2 months ago.
Right. I noticed that the description box will change as well, way it displays.
Yeah. And also now the very first line of your about page appears directly under your channel name. So if you've got it as like, hi, welcome to my channel, that's like wasted.
All people
delete it. Get rid of it. If anyone here has a YouTube channel, that's my piece of free advice for you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Back to my little box.
Get in your box. Excuse me. Chantelle's got another great tip. When I remember to use Revelry and add all the notes there, that way I don't lose them. It is such a great idea. Am I that person that does Revelry? Nope. And what do I want to be that person that uses Revelry and I can't even say the word Revelry and have it all perfect? Yes. But I am not that person. I am the person that scribbles it on a piece of paper and shoves it in the bag. But I can definitely see the advantages of using Revelry because, especially if you, so you're making a project and you, what do you call it? Like you make some adjustments to the pattern or you totally go off pattern and add your own little flair. You can write it down there and it's all there. You don't have to try and remember what you did because I had a pattern I made for my for my niece. And it was a little girl's jumper and I had to change it somehow. I cannot remember how. I had to change it for some reason. And so the next year I went to make another one. Do you think I can remember what I did? I did not. So I looked at my Revelry account and the Clare that wants to be that person that puts all the stuff on Revelry, she actually did. And so it was so good to look back and say, oh, I can follow my own notes. Yeah, Christine, I do. So my lives are every 2 weeks. I can't do them. Well, I could do them every week, but I choose not to because, so for me now, it is Wednesday morning and Tuesday nights every second week. My husband and I go and play darts. I don't play, I sit there and crochet. Surprise. He plays darts and I just sit there and watch him crochet. So it usually goes pretty late. Like they have their darts up until about 9:30 and then they all sit around and we all sit around and chat after it. So you don't get home till quite late. And me going to bed late and trying to look and sound like I know what I'm talking about the next day, it's really not going to happen. So we decided to do it every 2 weeks. Sherry keeps forgetting to use Revelry because I mostly go from YouTube tutorials and not written patterns. Yeah. Do you have like a notebook or anything if you make adjustments, or do you just remember it, what you did next time? Kelly loves adding notes to Revelry, plus I like linking videos that help me with techniques. Always helps yourself when you want to make again. Absolutely. And that's a great idea to add the links of the videos that you used. I never thought of doing that. I'm that person that try and remembers which one it was and can never find it again. Excuse me. I've had a drink. What is it? Sherry's saying, no, I don't have a notebook. I just wing it. And you make some beautiful crochet. Oh, gosh. Well, yeah, so I am only working on this at the moment. I have ordered some more yarn. Oh, that was a horrible laugh. I ordered some more yarn from Maker. I did. And I do have a ginormous bag sitting next to me. I haven't opened it. I was going to make a separate video on that because, I don't know. I figured we opened We opened yarn last live. So I wasn't going to do it again. I was going to make a separate video from that. And you know what? I can't even remember what I ordered. I could go and check my order, obviously. I think I ordered one of each color, or maybe even two of some of them. My favorite one, the colors that I really liked, I ordered two. I think that's why the bag's so big. And then I ordered one. Oh, I just found $5 in my pocket. I ordered one of the rest. What? I just found $5. Okay, so Australians are going to think this is totally boring. But that is $5 Australian. So I wonder if they're going to put, whoops. I wonder if they're going to put, what's his name? Charles. Because now, unfortunately, old Liz, she did well, though. Not with us anymore. I wonder if they're going to put Charles on the notes. Yeah, our money's coloured. I know American. So American dollars, for the Americans that are here, how do you tell the difference? I've only ever seen it in the movies. And it all looks the same. Is it a different colour? Because it all looks the same colour. Score! Found $5. It's funny, when I put these pants on this morning, it totally went through the washing machine. 50 cents dropped out, and I couldn't find it. It disappeared somewhere in the wardrobe. Yay! Oh, we both looked at the same time. Hi, Di! She found the button. Thank you for becoming a new member. So for everyone that doesn't know what a member is, you will notice people in the chat here. It's probably on this side. People in the chat or wherever you are. We have some members. We've got Leanne, Wemfer, Sherry's a member too, Angela. Just doing a quick scroll. Kelly Pole, It's a really quick scroll. That's Sal's Crochet Creations. Thank you, ladies, and Di, of course. Now they are all YouTube members, so they support the channel here a little extra. And so benefits of that, as you can see, their name is highlighted in the chats. Chantelle, are their names highlighted on regular comments?
Yes,
like
they
on a
are.
regular video?
You definitely get to see them if you go into your comments area on the viewer window. So not so much on the back end, but on the viewer window, highlighted green there too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool.
And
I've never
in
known.
the back end, Claire, where you actually have a section in the members area that just shows the members' comments. So if you want to focus, you've only got time to respond to comments, like for 5 minutes, go to members area first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent idea. Because you get, so obviously, name highlighted in the chats. You get, and I can never think of this word, but you get comments answered, prioritized. Woo-hoo! I remembered. I always forget that word. Yeah, priority comments. You get those answered. I've been very slack with getting back to questions. I'm sorry. Life happens. Totally gone off track. So I just saw the word Charles. It made me think of my dog because his name's Charlie. Yes, you get that. You get a members only chat area. I keep leaning on the desk. Members only chat area. Community tab. So if I post something, I can post it just to the members and not everybody else. You probably get other stuff. I've totally forgotten. I need this written down.
You really need a script for this, Claire. So
I do. Is it one I can print off?
No, there's not, but I can make you one if you'd like. So members get priority responses to both their in-stream chats and also their comments on the VODs, which is the videos that Claire uploads. Members also get access to a free super chat each month. So if you look down in your at the bottom of your comments, and you'll see a little $sign. If you click that, as a member, if you've been a paying member for 1 month, you will have access to a free super chat. So, which is called a members chat. So that is highlighted green, like what Leanne's got in the chat right now, which we can't see on StreamYards and Claire. So you have to be in the YouTube. But I've got YouTube screens open as well. That's why I'm the producer. I've got 14 screens open. So members chat can be seen there. I copy and paste any comments and bring them over to the software we use for the live stream so Claire can see them. And also, if you want to just do a super chat and you're not a member and you don't want to commit every month like the members have done to make sure that Claire can keep up with technology, internet bills, all that kind of jazz, you can actually just do a one-off super chat, which is also wonderful and super, which is the $sign, and you can put in a comment. And if you're a member, but when you click the member chat, remember to pop a comment in as well. Otherwise, we just get your member information. So Leanne's has got the member for 16 months. So if you want a comment in as well, remember to pop that comment in too. You've got to click it and do it. Otherwise, it will let you just post without a comment. Same for super chats. You need to choose your dollar amount. There's a little slider. And the super chat imagery for standard super chats changes color depending on how much money you have super chatted, and it'll stay on the screen longer. So where it says member up the top with Leanne, with Dido's face on it, the super chat stays there longer and longer and longer as well. So lots of advantages, lots of fun things.
Cool.
And also super chats, members. Also, Claire posts members only stuff in the community tab that only members get to see. So if you click the join button, if you can see the join button, click on that and it details out everything you need to do. If you click the button, you can read it and decide not to. It's not like an instant thing where you have to pay straight away. You can click and make your decisions and then go from there.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I've got my YouTube actually on my phone now. Not on my Wi-Fi, on my phone internet. And Kelly Pole has been a member for 5 months. That's so cool. I need to move that up so it's easy for me to look at. See, I do not know all this technical stuff. I just know how to talk. Talk. I just know how to talk. That's me. So thank you, Dido. Thank you for that. Chantelle has popped in the maker link there. That's my affiliate link. So if you do make a purchase of the yarn, I get a little bit of commission, which is awesome. It helps keep my videos and my power on, which is always great. I'm just looking through the comments to make sure I haven't missed anybody. I've been talking and not paying attention. Oh, Wempha has a Word document on my desktop that I keep track of all the info for all my projects. Finally got it down to 16. Is that works in progress? I've never counted mine. I don't want to. Nope, I don't want to. So we have the link there for... Just put a star on it. What does that mean? Is that pinned it? I have no idea. No, let's get... I've accidentally clicked it. We'll get that off there. Okie dokie. Lol. There are numbers on it, but yes, it is mostly a green color. If I missed something, there are numbers on it, but it's mostly a green color. I think I've missed something. I think we're talking about the super chats and stuff. Yay, Die, you did it, says Leanne. Had to go to the PC to do it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, sometimes phones can be a little bit harder to do stuff on. Yes, names are in green. Oh, hi, Sandra. Welcome to the chat. Hey, Samia, Richards, welcome also. Leanne saying, how's Charlie? For those who don't know, Charlie is my new puppy. We've had him since December 27th. And he's good. He's very good. He's growing. He is a bit of a mix. He's a Mastiff, Great Dane, Boer Arab. Basically like our old dog, if you were around back then, like Bob. He's a completely different color. He's they call it fawn, I think, blue fawn or something. So he's like a tan color. He is growing like a weed. So on Valentine's Day, so the 14th of February, he was 20 kilos. He had put on 10 kilos in 4 weeks. 4 weeks? I think that was right, 4 weeks. Because when we got him, he was very underweight. So the vet said, gradually increase his food. Don't do it straight away, obviously. Just gradually increase his food and feed him 3 times a day because he is so underweight. And let's just say that feeding 3 times a day puts weight on your dog very quickly. He is now at his healthy weight. No, I was like, I don't have any kids, so any pet I have, I'm just like the mother. I'm thinking, is my dog too overweight because we've been feeding him so much? But the vet said no, he's fine. His ribs are covered now with layer of fat or meat or whatever. So yeah, he is great weight. He's not overweight, which because he's a puppy. You don't want to make them too heavy too quick for the larger dogs because it does affect their joints and stuff. Yeah, Sally's saying words are hard. Words are the worst. Whoa, 16 in progress. Did have 30 at one stage. Well done for getting the numbers down. Mara's comment was about the US money. Well, there you go. So you just look at it and look at the number, I'm assuming. The maker link is now pinned to the top. Thank you so much. Hey, Michelle, welcome to the chat. How are you? A fully grown Louis is 6.3 kilos. Oh, that's so cute. But it'd be good, though, because you can easily pick him up. I literally cannot pick Charlie up anymore. We got him and he was I don't actually know how old he was when we got him. I think he was about 11 weeks. Don't know. And I could pick him up then, like sort of hold him like that as like a baby. Could pick him up like that. I could hardly pick him up sort of, like on your hip type, pick up a dog. And within like 2 weeks, I couldn't pick him up. And now I have to lift him to put him into his kennel because he has a really good size. It's like a working dog kennel. It's up off the ground.
I can't relate.
Oh, look at him. Is he asleep?
Yeah. Louis.
No, his eyes are open.
He's very, like, I'm not looking at the camera.
I couldn't do that.
This is it. This is all there is to Louis.
He's so sweet.
He's so tiny. But he's full of personality.
Yes. Charlie's a beast. But yeah. Yeah, so we haven't weighed him. So about 3 weeks ago, I think, he was 20 kilos. I would say he's good 22 kilos now, which is not easy to lift. Little Louis, he's so cute. Yeah, so I don't know if I've got any recent photos of Charlie. Let me just have a very quick look. Because he's so high energy. My goodness. I don't know if you've ever had a puppy before, but he's so high energy. And he's nuts. Absolutely nuts. They're mostly videos because I cannot get him to stay still. Oh dear. I'm going to send it to Chantelle so she can put it on the screen. He's just crazy. So we have a round yard. I don't know if everybody knows what that is. A round yard is used for horses. The property we live on previously was a horse breeding property. We don't have any horses. I haven't ridden a horse since I was probably a teenager. So we don't we don't have any horses here. So we have a round yard, and my husband said, why don't you just use that as his exercise yard? So as you can see, he loves digging. I call him a cinnamon donut because he's all slobbery, and then he gets a drink, gets even more slobbery. He digs a hole and just gets covered in sand. Look at that face. Don't let that face for you. He's not innocent at all. Yeah, so he loves digging out there. The sand in the round, well, it's not sand, I keep getting corrected, it's crushed granite. It looks like sand with rocks in it. It's probably about a foot deep in all areas, so he can have a good old dig. And he absolutely loves it. And he has a ball and a stick and stuff in there, so he runs around like an absolute lunatic. And it's great because when he's not in the round yard or in his kennel, he is on lead. We have words again. Words are the worst, aren't they? We have a lot of snakes here, and unfortunately, it's not the ones that are friendly and you can hold. We have the snakes that bite you and kill you. So we've got three types of poisonous snakes here. One is the tiger snake, which is very highly venomous. One is the brown snake. They're both aggressive. Again, very highly venomous. And I think some sort of adder. I've never seen an adder here. But we also have black snakes or red belly, black, whatever you want to call it. They're black and they have a bright red belly. I think they are poisonous, but I think he will just feel sick rather than be in serious trouble. So we have lots of snakes here. So in summer, especially, he's on lead at all times because it's been 10 years since I had a dog. It's taken me that long to get another one and to get hubby to agree. I am not letting my dog our dog get bitten by a snake. And of course you wouldn't want that to happen anyway, but I have waited long enough. I am doing everything to protect that dog. And we have a huge acreage here. We have 100 acres. We do live near a main road. So if he got off lead and ran, say, 200 meters or a bit more, he would be on the main road. So, and if he runs, I cannot catch him. He's very quick. So yeah, we keep him on lead when we are walking around outside. And he's a puppy. He doesn't listen to me. He doesn't come back. He knows his name. He does come back sometimes, not all the time. We have fences, but it's only the external fence of the whole property that he would have trouble getting through. Snakes at Claire's space. Claire's place. Oh gosh, yeah. And we've had them up here on the veranda of the house. I almost trod on a tiger snake, and I was wearing regular shoes and a very, like, I call them like hippie pants, like very, very fine cotton with all the bright colors on them. I was wearing a pair of those, so they do absolutely no protection, with a regular pair of shoes. Zero protection, was not paying attention walking on the veranda, and I heard a funny noise. I looked down, and there's a ginormous tiger snake at my feet. I literally don't remember what happened next. Like, I literally cannot remember it. There's no memory of it. But the next thing I remember, I was standing away from it, and it was going off its nut. So, yeah, every time I go outside now, it is either a very thick pair of jeans or a pair of work. We call them King G. It's just a brand, a pair of work pants. What tradeswomen would wear. I've got a pair of those. Always wear those with my I just call them farm boots. They're not farm boots. Blundstone boots. I don't know. I think that might be a brand. Anyway, thick leather boots. Because, yeah. Nope ropes. I've never heard it call it a nope rope or a danger noodle. I've never heard them called that. Yeah, they're not steel caps, but yeah, steel cap boots. A pair of boots like that, so they're really thick. They've got no chance of biting through. You can actually buy what was it? A nope rope or a danger noodle guard. So basically, it's kind of like if you're going to play cricket, the shin pads that you wear, or soccer. It's kind of like that, but it's just this thick, I'm not sure what they're made of, thick material that you can Velcro, and they go up to your knees. I don't have those because I'm not an idiot. I don't go walking through long grass if I don't have to. But I know a lot of farmers who obviously have to walk through long grass at some point, so they do wear the snake guards. Yeah, the snakes around here are insane. Yeah. Australia is crazy. Yep. You don't get snakes in all, okay. You get snakes in all parts of Australia, but if you live in the city or in a suburban area, you're less likely to come across snakes as much as what we do in the countryside. Like, we're surrounded by 100 acres, well, thousands of acres where we are. Like, every place is a farm. So when there's not a lot of houses, it's mostly farmland. So obviously you're going to get a lot more. We have the big dams, which frogs live at, and snakes like frogs. So, I'm in the suburbs and still get nope ropes, but a lot less. Yeah. You definitely get them. It's just there's a lot more noise, I guess. People walking around, cars and things making vibrations, so that keeps the snakes away. I've kept guinea fowl 15 years and never had a snake. Huh. There you go. Are you worried about snakes or spiders? I particularly don't like snakes, and I would never pick one up, even if it was friendly. Spiders, still wouldn't pick them up, but I don't have phobias of them. No, I'm fine. So it is almost 11:05, and unfortunately we have to cut this one short. Chantelle has an appointment to go to, and I have a headache still, so an hour of talking is enough for me for today. I also have to go work on my craft room and get some things done in there. So I might take some more footage with my phone. I've been doing hyperlapse type videos because you really don't want to watch me in real time. Boring. So I've been doing that so we can share all the excitement. So I will see you in 2 weeks, 2 weeks time, Wednesday, my time, 10 a.m., which is Sydney time. And if you're not doing anything tomorrow at 11 a.m. my time, 10 a.m. Sydney time, Chantelle will have her live chat over on Fiberific on her channel, and she has it every week. So once a week and on a Thursday on Chantelle's channel, Fiberific, and I hope to see you there. I don't have anything planned yet, so hopefully I will be there. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a fantastic day and happy crochet. Bye.